Hi, I'm John with Think With Us. In the last video, I talked about how I studied and learned the material for the FAA Part 107 exam. I want to talk about what resources I use to kind of verify my knowledge and be confident that I would be able to pass the exam before going in to take it. So online there are a whole lot of sample questions that you can take and review, and they are worded and structured just like the real exam will be. There are 41 questions available from the FAA itself as a sample test, and then there are other resources online as well. So what I did was I learned and studied the material to the best of my ability, and then I went and took the 40 question sample test from the FAA. And then from there, I went back and reviewed what I didn't know or what I found to be a little challenging. And then after I did that secondary review, I went and took the sample questions from 3DR, which is a robotic drone company, 3D Robotics. They have, I believe it was 120 something questions online. So you can, if you want, you can just kind of go in buckets of 10 or 20 or 30 at a time, and then take take the quiz, review the results, go back, review the materials, and then go back and take the next batch of questions. So all of the free kind of quiz practice test materials, there are about 160 questions online. So what I tried to do was keep them in batches of about 40 that I would do at a time. Because once you've seen the question, you'll know the answer next time. So if you read through all the questions even before you learn the materials, then I find it not to be that helpful to go back and redo the sample test, because I've already seen it and it doesn't necessarily reflect whether I actually know the material or not. It's just whether I recall that question. So that's why I kind of bucketed into groups of 40 to do the sample testing. So I had about 3 different sessions of quizzing that I did myself to verify the knowledge that I was getting from going through the YouTube videos and the study guide from Tony Northrup. So that's what I did. Each time I got a little better, and then after I did everything and reviewed all the materials once more, I went back through and I actually went and took all of the sample quizzes and sample questions one last time the day before my exam, so that I would be kind of conditioned to the type of question that they are asking, and be able to just kind of analyze the question and be able to quickly identify the distractor answer and throw that out. And so that I would have, if I didn't have any idea what the question or answer might be, I would have a good 50-50 chance of answering. So the format of the questions are multiple choice, so there's the question and then 3 answers. Typically one of the answers is very clearly a distractor that you can kind of remove, and then you can just focus on what the difference is between the two if you are unclear of what the answer should be. So that's how I kind of verified my knowledge before going to take the exam. Of course, if you want to do more, there are many drone ground school type programs that have popped up in the last year. So one of those might be interesting if you are wanting or needing more verification and more structured content delivery for yourself. There are many online. I didn't use any of those resources, but there are different drone training programs, and they would have many more sample questions that you can take to prep yourself and verify your knowledge. So that's it. That's how I approached it. So I studied, and then I took the kind of pool of about 120, 160 different sample questions online and split them up into about 3 or 4 sessions, and then I did one large review for the day of the exam. That's kind of how I learn, how I approach these certification exams. Hope it helps in your learning and verification of your knowledge before you take the Part 107. That's all. Thanks.